Hey, we're back. We are going into our final hour of this one-shot experiment, and it's been awesomely bananas so far. Uh, I mean, I didn't go into this session thinking we were going to have very straight beach volleyball, but I should have. I mean, it's kind of inevitable, really, when you think about it.
Is there any other kind?
No, not that I'm aware of. Yeah.
Not that I would be interested in.
No, definitely not. I mean, the amount of fist bumping going on in the Maverick Mobile right now is pretty epic. So, Naja, would you like to choose a trial for our heroic drivers?
Yes.
Are you interested in evil or something else?
I have done nothing wrong, first of all. I'm Savannah, and nobody needs to know about what I was doing before I was retired, but I was totally thinking we could sabotage Miss Scorn.
No, not Savannah. You'd never do such a thing.
No. But I don't I don't like her or Lucy, so we should sabotage her.
Yeah, okay. The sabotage card says, "Are you up to no good?" I think we know the answer to that. If you want to tamper with another driver, especially the champion, which has already been called out, because why would you bother, really, with anybody else? Now's your chance. So there's a gathering point, pre-race gathering point. Hester is sort of like holding court at this Skull City hotspot called the Inferno Club. And it's in a pillar made of fire that overlooks Skull City. And at the top is this dance floor that's made of like shifting plates of obsidian where spikes shoot out of the bottoms of them occasionally and impale someone and hurl them off the tower, screaming.
I like how Inferno Club like knows what it is and it doesn't try to be something else.
They had a very strong business plan going into this. They had a vision board. It was like, yeah, it was the whole thing. And Hester's up there at the top, like her Roadhog is up there, and her death organ on the back is like providing the soundtrack. It's this mix of like horrible Skull City grind metal and also this like thumping dance beat. So it's attracted all these demons and lost souls, and most of the racers are there. It's possible to like drive your shard-driven cars up the fire pillar and like park around and be all cool. And the Fast and the Furious slow motion pre-race shots are all happening with everybody. So during all of this distraction and frivolity, Savannah, what's your scheme? How are you going to go about with the sabotage?
I think it's very straightforward. I think I march up to, what was her name, Hester?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. I'm thinking of the Scarlet Letter now, so that's what's up.
Nice.
I just like
she's like 8 feet tall and has this giant fire mohawk. Just towers over everyone. It's like skull boots. She's a lot.
She's tight. She sounds dope.
Yeah, I walk up to her and I look up, probably at her chin, and I say, "Hester Scorn.
She goes,
"Your car's trash. Are you really gonna ride that dumpster bucket into the tomorrow?"
"That's funny coming from you, Death Skull."
I don't know her.
And her like entourage is like, and she points at your Gothmobile, which is very cool, but is like kind of dinky compared to her crazy thing. Mm-hmm. That's funny coming from you, Death Skull. Is that what you're driving in the race? And all her people laugh.
I say from the back, oi, she does look a bit like Death Skull, don't she?
Gooses loves that. Great fist bump. Nice. Good one. Good one.
I'm just staring at her. I'm staring at Hester's ride. Like, I want so badly to just smash into it. I'm just obsessed with smashing into this car. Like, that's all I want right now. I have tunnel vision on this thing. It's so beautiful, and I just want to crush it, man.
I am totally challenging her to a game of chicken.
Oh shit! Nice. Okay, you're calling out the champ.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know that she's not going to back down from that, right? In front of all these people, like, no. Are you putting up Raptor as your driver? You volunteering Raptor?
Yeah, I think I would do that.
Okay.
So yeah. Oh, I should say, yeah, Britt. Like you're like known through the Nether Zone. You're the fucking death pit fighting just demolition derby Raptor. Like people are coming up and taking pictures, and like there's a whole thing happening.
I got my visor.
Yeah. You're a celebrity. So when Savannah is like, I got my driver, and they point it, and we pan over to Raptor, and all these people are like, like
people
losing
bring things to me that I set those things on fire, and that's how I give like my autograph.
Yeah, totally.
Like something that's been charred by something, I set it on fire.
Yeah.
Just lighting shit on fire.
Nice. So everybody kind of like gets out of the way, and it's just going to go down on top of the club, like in the penthouse, kind of, right? You're just going to like do it.
Yeah.
And Hester doesn't even flinch. She sees Raptor, who's like a legendary demolition driver in the Nether Zone, and she like gives you this kind of respectful like chin move where she's like, let's do this, you know. She's like, she's into it.
And I go, walking back to my truck. Ready.
So they're gonna face off. Nadja, are you doing something surreptitious during this distraction, or is it just straight up like, you know, Raptor's gonna wreck her and that's the plan?
Two-pronged, like any good evil nefarious plan. I have a plan B. Raptor is going to play chicken, and I'm going to try and T-bone her while she's not looking.
Oh shit. Okay.
In a terribly straight way, don't worry.
That's how I tie into it.
Yeah, exactly. You know Maverick's ready for that shit.
My specialty.
Straight boning.
Straight boning.
Classic straight boning. Okay, so Nadja, you get to pick this on this trial. It says driver players choose the domain. So everyone has a free choice, unless Nadja wants like everyone to roll the same thing. It's up to Nadja, but otherwise you have a free choice.
I feel like Raptor is doing a Fast and Furious. And
Makes sense.
I'm leaning on the tough side of tough and true. Because I'm intentionally chicken is about who's gonna swerve, but I'm like trying to hit somebody deliberately.
Yeah, exactly. Nice.
And then Maverick, are you joining or no?
I am actually busy. Me and Goose had a call, and we had to go take I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's
you
like
just have to go do straight stuff.
Yeah, me and Mav are it's a very important it's like peace. So you just like disappear from the scene. Okay, nice. All right, I'll roll for Hester. I got an 8. I got 8 worth of chicken in me.
Should I go?
Yeah, sure.
Ah,
Ooh, it's a 6 on a 6 though.
okay, yeah. So I'll
That's good.
spend
That's a good
to-
sign.
So I can spend to roll another 6, right?
Yep, it costs 1, and then you roll and add to your 6.
No!
Oh no! No!
Pepperoni.
No!
Unbelievable. Okay.
Oh shit!
Oh my god, the only
Oh,
number.
What is this?
God, look at
What
these
is
rolls.
awful,
Alright.
Jess.
Mav, you were right. You did the right thing.
This is a disaster.
Awful.
Can I add like a pity roll to them? Like I accidentally left my car on because I'm so used to having a wingman now that usually like Goose takes care of it. But since me and Goose are gone,
You absolutely can. Yes, totally.
so can I like roll a dice? That will be like a free dice for one of them.
So there's there are several ways to do it. So does anyone have a bond with Maverick?
I think
Naja,
we
you
both-
do.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can
both-
spin that bond with Maverick, and you can roll in Maverick's. What do you have? You have moves, Caitlin. You have moves and something else.
Passion.
Passion.
There's a lot of passion going on right now.
Yeah.
Nice.
High intensity
Nice.
passion.
Yeah, so you can roll Maverick's D10 passion and add that to your roll. Not add it, but you know what I mean. But include it in your die pool.
Wait. Maverick has a D10 passion?
Sorry, did I say D8 passion?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, how straight are you?
Both of us do that or one of us?
Super straight.
You can do that if you want. You can spend your bond and do that too, Britt. Yeah,
Okay.
you can both do it.
A 7.
Oof.
A 7, and I could spend
9 to 5.
my legend to use my red line.
That's right. You could burn out your hyper shard when you ram Hester and add your red line die to your roll.
It's obviously what hyper shards are for.
Yeah, sure. Why save them for the race when you can humiliate her now?
Fuck Hester.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Nice. So that's a 15 against my 8.
Passionately.
Do you want to try to compete with that, Britt, or are you happy where you are?
No, I'm happy where I am. I'm driving straight towards her and I think she just runs directly over my truck. Like
Yes. It's like a fucking like junkyard spontaneously appears in the club. It's just like all this stuff goes flying everywhere.
Yeah.
And everyone is super into it, you know, like you're the legendary Raptor demolition driver. And so this is what they want to see. Everyone's like, yeah. It's like-
Cars just pieces are flying around. There's fire. There's stray rocks are rolling out of the crushed truck.
Yeah, maybe you just died. They don't know. They're just like super into it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And your red line.
I imagine that there's like a little Raptor fan to the corner who's like cheering on the sidelines. And then once all is said and done, Raptor walks up to him and he's like, hey kid, stay straight. Or like some tagline. And then he just like drops a handful of rocks into the kid's hand. Like, there you go.
The dust settles and nothing happens. Everyone is not sure what has happened to me. And then I burst out of the scraps of the truck. Everyone's like, yeah.
You're actually on fire. You're just like,
Yeah. Everything is on fire. I've just doused myself in gasoline.
I think this is happening. So like Hester is run over Raptor, and like Hester is slowing down in the background while Raptor is in the foreground on fire, screeching. And then my Gothmobile comes out of nowhere and just rams into the side of her car.
It's like that effect in movies where someone gets blindsided by a semi truck. Like no one can hear it off screen. It just like just appears on screen.
It's very Meet Joe Black.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Nice callback.
That's a deep one, yeah. That was good.
Because I'm a necromancer, get it?
So yeah, I think you smash her roadhog off the top of the tower.
Mm-hmm.
Like she goes fucking tumbling off into the street below, and the death organ is like smashed apart, and it makes this horrible sound. It shatters windows, and people go deaf and die. And like, it's just like really awful.
People just die. It sounds so bad.
Yeah, some people do. And everyone in the scene just like stops, and it's super quiet except for like screaming raptor flame. But they're all looking like
I'm just walking around and pointing at people. Like just
yeah, and everyone's just like the champ, oh my god, and they're just like looking around like what the fuck shit.
That's how I get new pieces for the new vehicles I need, because people love me so much they want to like give me
Yeah,
that's how I get my go around afterwards, and I'm like, donate your scraps if you want to see me do it again. I need a new vehicle.
In the final race you have a completely different looking shit car. Yeah, totally. Nice.
The only thing I recover from that is the button.
Well, you got to have the button.
Yeah, I mean, I have to bring my button with me.
It's critical. So Britt, your Raptors at Redline goes up to D10.
All right.
Which is pretty cool. Naja, you get 8 hype. And you'll know what this means since you played before. Winning this contest means you get to block a strike in the final showdown. Because you fucked Hester's car. So when you would take a strike, you can be like, nah, we don't take one.
Nice.
Yeah. Cool. Nice. Yeah, I think it's time. Like it's a fucking cliffhanger. Like for the fans and racers and stuff. It seems like Hester's just been taken out. She's pitched into the city. The organ dies and explodes. No one sees her. There's a dust cloud, and all her entourage like rush away into the night, and it's time for the race. The 40 burning suns of Skull City rise and start searing through the red sky, and everyone's lining up ready to run the Descent of the Damned. You're gonna blaze out of Skull City onto the burning hell roads around the city, and they all wind deeper and deeper through the rings of the hell zone to the finish line. And each stage of the race is like progressively, more hellish. There's the streets like fall away, and there's roads that are just nothing but blades and crazy shit like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So this is for all the marbles, and the devil has not appeared. Everyone's waiting for the devil himself to arrive in his immaculate limousine and pressed suit and really great eyebrows, and that's not happening. And it's getting awkward. There's no Hester. There's no champ. Everyone's ready. And finally, this like hulking demon gets prodded by a little devil next to him, like, just fucking go. And he's like, ugh, and he kind of awkwardly stumbles out and is like, racers, go. And everyone takes off.
Yeah. Pedal to the metal on that one.
Yeah. So we have an option. Here's an option. You can have a flashback if you want to a scene where you work on your car and like get everything all prepared and stuff, and it will restore your boost. You can clear your red line if you want, but you probably don't want to do that, honestly. Probably want to keep it high. And during the garage scene, you can like you might get a bond with your car that you could spend in the race. But it's a gamble, because if you do the flashback and have your garage scene and stuff, it advances my power as the Strife player. And now I will get to unbind a die when I roll. I'll get to re-roll if I roll the highest number. It'll let me do that. So if you want to, you can do that. But it basically, like, taking the time to do the flashback and work on your car and stuff, like, empowers the devil a little bit and gives me extra mojo. Totally up to you.
Decision.
Oh, I'm driving what's left of this truck scraps all the way to the bottom of hell. I'm just going.
Nice.
I think we just go in.
You just go. Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
I have an epic stunt anyways, so.
You do actually have yes, you've got Goose. What else do you need? I mean, got your wingman.
Well, I need my aviators back. I noticed that he still has those on from our session last night.
Oh yeah, your you were like
business call.
Straightening the straightness.
Well, it's already as straight as it can possibly be. That implies that it's not straight. So
I mean, it's true. I would never want to imply that.
No.
All right, so here's our showdown. The way this works is there's 3 phases. We start out maneuvering, jockeying with the other racers, going through the hell zones, knocking people off the course, etc. Then we move into the middle phase, the clash phase, which is like the elite people that are left jockey towards the finish line. And then finish is the last stage, and we find out who wins. So instead of explaining all the rules up front, that'll be boring. We'll just play through the race and see how it goes. It's basically what we've been doing up to now, but there's a couple little nuances, so it'll make sense as we go. On the left of the showdown thing here are some tokens in different colors of cars. You can choose one of those tokens to represent you on the board, whichever color you feel is appropriate. Hopefully you can move them around. I think I enabled them correctly so that
they are not.
You cannot move them.
Mm-mm.
All right. I will try to fix that one moment.
In the absence of black, I feel like I'm probably purple.
Oh, there we go. Hang on. Can I mass change these? Edit. Oh, I have to do them one at a time. You'll be purple, controlled by all players.
Yay.
Should be able to do it now.
I can move purple.
Oh, I will do that.
Because that's raptor colored.
I will change all of these so you can do it. Yes, green clearly is the raptor color.
Obviously.
Okay, is the Union Jack, are you red or blue? I guess they're both.
Yeah, that's a hard call, right?
I mean, I think blue is the straightest color.
Oh yeah, I knew that. Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, I know.
We're following the rules.
Who doesn't know that?
The arbitrary rules.
Nice. All right. So we start out with our maneuver test. And in great cinematic fashion, as you leave Skull City and head out onto the highway that starts to wind down through the bowels of the Hell Zone, you hear a terrible sound. You hear the broken, hissing death organ fire up this dirge of hell metal, and like flying in from the side, everyone's driving like along the road and like the good old Duke boys flying sideways through the Hell Zone. You see the smashed and broken Roadhog of Hester Scorn, but all the broken pieces have been replaced with the skeletonized bodies of her entourage, all like holding on to various pieces with their skull mouths open and fire shooting out of their eye sockets.
Bloody fucking hell, mate.
Yeah. You make that first turn and she's like, wah, like Jaws, just like coming out of nowhere.
I'm
to join.
personally delighted to see that she's back because I want to go again.
Yeah, her flame mohawk is out. She's wearing a pat or like a bandage over one eye. She's all fucked up from your collision. But she's ready. She's ready to go. So let's see what she gets. We get an 8. The dice are still hot.
A 6.
A 6? Did you get a 6 on a 6?
No, I'm just reading your roll. The heck?
Oh yeah.
What
I
is
know,
this
right?
GM tomfoolery?
I got those special codes I got from Adam. I can type them in.
I'm gonna beat his ass. This is Fast and Furious, he said.
Yes, sorry, I forgot to specify. This is Fast and Furious, yes.
I got 1 6. I got 5 1 and 6.
On a 6.
Oops, I forgot to do the command properly.
6 on a 6 for Nadja. Same for you, Caitlin. You
Yeah.
got a 6 on your d6.
Yeah.
All right, we got a chance here. That's good.
No.
Oh, Raptor, no.
Lives.
Raptor, no.
All right.
Nadja, you're unbinding, I assume.
Yes.
Ooh,
That's an 8.
that'll do. That'll do. That's an 8.
Can I do the
Yeah, you can do it too, bro. Yep.
as well?
Oh no, sorry. You got a 5 on your. Yeah, no.
Oh,
sorry.
right. I can't. Damn
You
it.
can't. No, Caitlin can. Caitlin can
Okay.
do that and roll another d6.
I have to use a burn. One of my boosts.
You have to use one of your boosts. Yeah.
How many boosts total do we get? 5?
7, and then
Red line?
3 for your legend. Nadja used hers, but you still have that.
What's our legend?
It's 3 more boosts because of the shard that you got from the queen.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll use 1 boost to reroll my 6.
Cool.
I got 2 as well.
A 2? Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So you're both tied for best
Yeah.
right now. But that's a win for the team, which is important. So we need to know who's actually best and who gets the 8 hype. So the way we break the tie is you both roll your name. So just a single d6. And whoever rolls higher is the best. Shit. Savannah. Nice. So Caitlin, you get 1 hype. Nadja, you get 8. And Britt, you get nothing, except your red line goes up to D12. Good Lord. When you hit D12, that's like the maximum for the red line.
Okay.
And if we were playing campaign, this would matter, but I'll just explain the rule just for people watching.
Yeah.
When you hit D12, you mark your first fate box in the middle of your character sheet. There's a thing that it's F number 8, the fate. So you mark your first fate box. Fate boxes are permanent. They never go away. When you run out of fate boxes, your character, it's the end of their road and they retire. So it's kind of like your total lifespan of your character as a hero. But when you hit one of the fate boxes that has the little triangle on it, that's like your level up. So the more that you're burning through and hitting fate, your character like gets more experienced and advances their power and stuff.
Nice.
But for now, your red line just stays at D12. You got a D12 to add to a roll when you feel like you need it.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah. It costs 3 boost, but you can afford it.
Yeah.
Cool. So the way this works is if you win the maneuver, you get to advance to the next phase. And if you don't, you stay in maneuver. So Raptor, you're like hanging. Oh, I should describe what happened. So I think since you lost, it makes sense that Hester is like targeting you, right?
Yeah.
So she comes out of excuse me. She comes out of nowhere and sideswipes Raptor's car. And in the rearview mirror, Maverick and Goose like see this explosion of parts and fire and skeleton bones flying through the air. And Hester's like, like just targeting you and like grinding you up against this I was gonna say guardrail. I guess there is a guardrail, but it's made of like coffins or something. And it's sparking everywhere and fire is shooting out, and the two of you are like window to window, or your window of your car next to her bike, and she's yelling at you and crazy.
While she's doing that, I'm just continuously hitting the button at her. I'm pointing at her.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like at the beginning when you were like, no, I can totally speak English. And then the whole night is just like raptor scream.
I can. I just don't need to.
It's much cooler not to.
We haven't really needed a lot of conversation between my raptor self and anyone else.
It's true.
I have a button. That's all I need.
It's a good thing you've got the button.
Yeah.
Cool. So Maverick and Savannah like zip through the pack. And the current front runner is the big stone wheel, which is like 2 lanes wide and 20 feet high and is covered in spikes. And as you get closer, you can tell there's a demon. It's like a hamster wheel kind of. There's a demon inside running. This like 12-foot tall, blue-skinned demon with horns, just like running like mad to spin this demon wheel, and is like like going crazy. So you pull up alongside and sort of box him in as you come to the first descent turn, and you go from the burning Skull City cityscape down the road and bend around into these caves, the Hell Zone caves. And they're all twisty. You like drive in a spiral on the floor and the ceiling, and there's bony stalagmites and stalactites sticking out of every angle, pits of lava everywhere. It's a lot. And Raptor, you're kind of back in the pack with everybody else while they zoom ahead. Cool. So let's see. Sean and I resolved this rule the other day, and I got to make sure I'm doing it right. You guys advance, and now we do clash immediately. So we go right to that. So, Caitlin and Nadja, you're going to roll against me, and let's see what I get in the clash. I get a 7. So the big blue demon sees you coming on either side and starts just putting everything they've got into it, and the wheel is vibrating, rocking side to side, smashing stalactites back and forth. They're like whipping past your windshield. They're trying to like force you off into the side tunnels so you don't catch up. Nadja.
John. Yeah.
What would you like to do?
So they're doing this weird weaving thing.
Yeah.
I am going to drive my Gothmobile up like a small like mini ramp where the floor is uneven and angle it in such a way that I barrel roll over the wheel. Nice.
So in the middle here, different showdowns are different. This middle one, you can choose your domain based on what you're doing. The final roll will be Fast and Furious for the finish, but this middle one you can pick. So
I think I learned this move before I retired. I learned this move driving my Gothmobile around while I was waiting for the hero to get there and fuck my shit up. And learning this move is what made me decide that I wanted to be a racer and just stop doing this super villain thing. So nice. Roll tough and true.
Hell yeah.
Curse you, He-Man.
Everyone knows you're Prince Adam.
Okay. And I'm using my style, which is marked with burnout. So my red line goes to D10.
Nice.
I'm totally doing it on purpose. And
sucks. Your rolls
I cannot roll tonight.
Are kind of crap. I'm being real.
Oh, booty.
Okay.
Let's see what.
Let's see what Maverick's got. See if you can straighten this situation out, Mav.
Well, that's the thing, right? They're like trying to push us around and bounce us around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't. I'm like the immovable rock, but I'm like the unstraightenable Topless.
Rod.
American Muscle.
Shaft.
Yes.
I don't know.
Shaft. Yes.
I mean,
Aloe's in the chat. I swear to God.
Oh, well, there you go.
Wait. You have more dice than that, but that's a good start.
Yeah, but it's okay. And what am I trying to beat?
7.
All right, I have lots more boosts to use that. Let's use another boost.
Yeah, I mean,
That's that. I mean, I literally can't. I just, you know what? I'm not even gonna roll. I don't need. I have nothing to prove. Just like my sexuality, that I'm constantly trying to prove.
Wait, so you're not gonna try to win?
Well, no matter what, I roll at least a 1. So.
Oh, right. So yeah. So you are spending the boost, and
yeah,
you're good. Okay, cool. Nice. So you're gonna win. You get 7 hype. Naja, you suffer a red line again.
Puts me at 12.
Takes you over. And Mav is going into the finals. So now we go back to the top. Right, you're going to get to maneuver. You can, if you win, you can give a bonus die to somebody, probably Maverick, going into the finale here.
Okay.
Naja, if you win, you can join Maverick in the final, and both of you will have a chance to roll. Otherwise, it's just going to come down to Maverick alone, rolling for all or nothing here.
Got it.
So we'll see.
Well, not that because I have a free strike.
That's true. We can lose once because of your previous shenanigans. So Raptor, you see. Well, Caitlin. So it totally works. They try to go to jostle you all around, and your straight line tactics just are like utterly powerful, and
so powerful.
The demon just does not even know what to do. And as you pull up alongside and head down to the next curve, heading towards the finish line, the demon's eyes meet yours, and there's this like flashback in the film to a powerful overhand strike in volleyball, and the ball hitting the sand in slow motion, and sand flying up, and something passes between you in that moment. You feel like, just like connection,
Just love sports.
Is you both are really into sports. That's what it is. Yeah, that's definitely what it is. And when we come out of slow motion, the Union Jack like buzzes ahead, and the demons like shakes their head like, sports, just too much, too much sport. Meanwhile, in the back, Raptor, you are in the thick of it. Like there's like 100 drivers all smashing into you at once and screaming.
Yeah, my head's hanging out the window, and I'm just like throwing rocks at people and trying to hold my door on while I'm driving.
Yeah, Hester in your car are like fused together almost from the heat and friction, and she's like trying to kick you.
And I'm just laying on my just nice. On there. Yeah, it's all back and forth. Everything's about to like go off the rails.
7 in heaven. Nicely done.
Okay, cool. So now I get to give an advantage to.
Yeah,
Maverick?
you can give a D10 to Maverick or Savannah. I mean, you can hang on to it and decide who.
Okay, I'll hang on to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, nice.
So, what happens? What does Raptor do?
Specifically with her, because Hester, because I'm confused to her.
If you want to, sure. Yeah.
All right. So I take out my what are the things called where they use them to like weld stuff together?
Like an acetylene torch or something like that.
Yeah, like a torch.
Yeah.
I take out a giant torch and basically like just like draw a line, like cut straight through my car to her car and like cut her car on the way. And like going around, I tie the wheel up so it just continues going, and I'm just going to different sides of my truck, like to the back of my truck, and I'm just slicing everybody up nearby me.
Oh man, yeah, that's great. So there's like high speed burning car parts flying all over the track, and everyone's driving out of the way. And
and I have squirt gun full of like gasoline, so I'm trying to like flamethrower stuff. You know, I'm like putting fire out of my bandana.
Nice.
It's a lot. Everybody's like, I got to get away from this insane raptor.
It's real bad. Yeah.
Losing their minds. Cause I'm like, this thing's about to go. I don't even care anymore. This is it, guys. We're going to go down. We're going down as hard as we possibly can. This is for the crowd. And like, I take a moment and just like look at the fans and I'm like, yeah. And they're like, raptor.
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
That's so good. Oh my God. Yeah, Savannah, you see this like Katamari ball of fire and car parts rolling behind you as everything is just getting consumed by this mayhem. Cool, nice. All right, so hang on to your die and decide what you want to do. I'll roll for the clash with Savannah. I got a 7 again.
Of course, this is the wheel demon.
Yeah, so Mav has pulled ahead, and you and the wheel demon are like jockeying for second right now. Yep. But you still have a free choice of what to roll.
I'm gonna be true to my racer heart. Like I could use necromancy right here, but I'm not. I'm leaving that life behind.
Nice.
And I'm going to use the power of my reformed heart instead.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what I do, so cars can't do this and I don't care. I like kind of bank. So like my barrel roll doesn't get in front of him, but I'm like driving along the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to kind of like do a weird, I don't know, horizontal right angle and go through his like donut.
Oh, through the wheel? Yeah.
I totally want to like smash him out of.
Yes.
There's some magical feat of physics that allows me to put my car through his car at the end.
Oh no, I can totally see it. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense, but that doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
I like how like your reformed heart isn't that you're gonna change your ways and make up for them by going to a soup kitchen or like helping children who need help. It's just to look really cool driving cars.
That was my reformation.
Yeah.
I didn't use necromancy. I'm the best.
I could have just mind spiked him.
I could have mind spiked him. True.
But this is a real race.
Oh, dang. You don't even need your powers. Nice. It's true. You are reformed. Does this just kill? Do you obliterate this guy during your reform sequence?
Fuck him.
Yeah, you're like, I'm good. And he's like blows apart on the front of your car.
I'm a real racer.
Nice. Yeah, so that puts you punch through and the wheel shatters apart, throwing shrapnel everywhere into the giant raptor fireball that's behind you. And you and Maverick go down into the final turn, and you hear it's the dark level of our Doom map, and it's like pitch dark, and all you can see are the eyes of lost souls and burning fires in the distance, and you hear the devil's laughter cascading through the darkness, and you realize that that is your true adversary. That this race, it's not against Hester and the other racers. This is your chance to claim that glory, to be the great champion of the Hell Zone and replace Hester, replace all those people. So now it's the two of you racing against each other, kind of, but also against the devil in the dark on the final level. So I'm gonna roll.
Boy, what are you on about? Whoever wins this race becomes the devil. It's a great transition. That was like an ombre devil laugh. What was that?
That's really good.
I don't even know like when the devil started. I know when it ended. Like I know when it was there, but
We're gonna have to go back to the tape. The devil, well, that's appropriate. The devil gets a 6. My dice finally betray me at the very end.
Never wins. That's why I retired.
Okay, so Britt, who do you want to give? Whoever you give your die to, you get a bond with them. This is a one shot, but you know, and if they would owe you basically, so you can choose who you want to help here.
So basically, if they have different numbers of hype, whoever I help, like, is the one who will have a better chance of winning in the end based on hype numbers, right?
To like win the whole like the episode.
I'm trying to like just figure out what the most exciting version of this is. Like, what are the hype totals right now?
Let's find out.
Such a producer.
Yeah, what do you got?
23.
Oh shit.
Caitlin, Maverick,
19.
All right. It's going to Maverick.
All right. Caitlin, you get a D10 to add to your pool to include in your pool.
All right. Wait, before I roll this right here, down here in L, is this still where the non-straights end up at?
Nope.
Oh, wait, I wouldn't fit in anyway, eh? I don't know my accent.
The devil's just like, that's not how it works.
If I win, will you take your shirt off?
The darkness of the pitch black zone like transforms in front of you. There's like a kaleidoscope of color, sort of like after it rains and there's a spectrum in the sky. There's that kind of light shining in front of you.
It's kind of like a prism.
Like a prism, it's warm and welcoming. It just feels right.
I'll put my best effort into this.
Ooh, that's a good start. Huh? Interesting.
But I don't know. So I rolled. Can I roll Sly and Clever? No, I can't. That's a D6.
No. This is Fast and Furious. Sorry. Yeah.
Yep.
At the final. Yep.
Cool.
Let's see what Nadja gets, and then you guys can decide how you want to spend and compete against each other.
Name Fast and Furious, and I'm still using my style because Lucy has always been a tacky heifer.
Lucy, don't get me started. A 7, okay. So you have boost left, Caitlin, right? You have at least like 4, I think.
But yeah, I have the legend, and then I have 2 other boosts.
2 more, okay.
Oh yeah, so I can add to the 6.
Caitlin's winning.
Caitlin is winning.
With
and then I can add to that 6 again with another boost, right?
Yes.
All right, so I have 12, 15. And then I have my epic stunt.
Yeah, 15 is probably going to do it unless Nadja wants to like cut loose here.
I think
you want to re-roll everything, or
Maverick driving into the rainbow is
I mean, sometimes the story element just wins, right? You can't even fight it. Nice. All right, Maverick. So Caitlin, you get 6 hype. That does matter. I think you are really close, the two of you. And you're the best. You beat the devil. You win the Descent of the Damned and drive through the rainbow tunnel With Goose, is there anything you want to add?
Is the devil still there?
Yeah, definitely. The devil's super into what's going down right now.
Oh, oi, having a look at me men's over here.
He like materializes in the back seat, just like this impeccable student. Of course, like the little trim goatee and those what you would expect.
Boy, it's a nice suit. We'll get you out of it though soon enough. And then we like drive along the Rainbow Bridge.
I always knew hell was Rainbow Road.
That level's kind of hard.
I love Rainbow Road.
Rainbow Road.
Nice. Yeah. So the rest of the course just gets consumed in the fireball, and parts fly everywhere, bursting out of it like the Millennium Falcon is Savannah and Raptor's wreckage, and you everyone's across the finish line and disappearing into the distance in the shimmering light of the rainbow. You see Maverick's Union Jack car.
Could I get another Raptor?
Yeah. And that's just the sound. It sounds fades.
And that just goes right into the like club remix of the theme song. Credits play. Like, yeah. Yay! Ride or die.
Oh my god, that was
Oh yeah, and then Goose dies.
Yeah.
Well, obviously. I was kind of hoping you blew that roll, Caitlin, actually, because I really wanted to kill Goose right there. Spoilers.
Spoilers for like a 1980s movie.
Yeah.
So I think you pulled it out at the end there, Maverick. Your glory or your hype total is the highest, I think.
25.
Nice.
23.
Yeah. What did you end up with, Britt? What was your hype?
I only got those 8 at the beginning. That was it.
Oh wow. Nice. So the way
my
it works
hype, I just basically fell apart progressively throughout.
Yeah. The way it works is Caitlin would zero out her hype and then advance her name to D8. And then the two of you would keep yours for the next mission. So it's kind of like, the high person goes back to 0 and everyone else gets to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
But this one's all about Maverick. That's what we know. Maverick, it wins the Descent of the Damned. You get a new epic, or you get a trophy and an epic stunt for this, Caitlin. You get the epic stunt, which is champion of the Descent of the Damned race.
Danger Zone.
Danger Zone, thank you. And you get the devil horns as a trophy that you can add to your car. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Sweet. Yeah. Cool.
Reports. That was so much fun.
Thanks for playing. Yeah, your characters were just like the best.
I love driving cars as a Raptor.
Yeah.
I'm so happy
perfect.
you knew exactly what I was asking. You're like, if you want to make your head an animal, you.
I mean, yeah, it needed to be done. Oh, jeez.
So happy.
I wish Raptor had his own show. Like, I'm gonna miss Raptor now.
I mean, Raptor's still down in hell, just doing demolition derby. So
Yeah. It never ends. It never ends. Oh, geez. Well, thank you so much for playtesting and trying out this one-shot thing, and for making awesome characters that were just like perfect for what we're doing. So, yes, I appreciate it. Playtesting can be rough, and you were just great. So
this is fun. Thanks for running it for us.
Yeah.
And thanks,
thanks, Nadja and John, for being drunk enough to think of this. Or
this was a great bar idea.
Yeah, we had a real good night at that bar. It led directly here.
That's awesome. I'm so glad. This was great. Yeah, I
Yeah.
would definitely love to play this again. This game is
Yeah, maybe we can make that happen. Wait, Naja, let's meet up at the bar tomorrow, and
Yeah.
We're
I
meeting
like
on
how there's
Thursday.
like
What
lots
the
of different things, like the hype and the red line and all of that, but it didn't ever feel like overwhelming or like too complicated or anything. Felt like there's a lot, but it's clear how it all like ties together and works together. It made sense. So that was
Yeah,
really
it's really good for like someone's first tabletop RPG, or like a one shot or a one off, or even just like if you're so drunk that you just can't bust out like 20 dice for Earthdown or Earthdawn or whatever. So
Yeah.
like, you know, maybe you have like a D6 from Monopoly. I don't know. Does Monopoly have dice?
Yeah, I think so.
Or that like Go game, or like Trouble with the little dice in the middle. You press on the button. Maybe you
Yeah.
have one of those, and so then you can just play this.
Yeah, that's all you need. We should ship it with the game. Just
Trouble and Ride or Die.
I'm gonna put on the back of the book, like for first time people, or if you're really drunk.
Yeah. I feel
Caitlin,
like a lot of this is like a lot of what I wanted when we played Apocalypse World, Naja, where I was like one of my favorite parts was just driving around and like
Oh my god, I just
messing
remembered
things
those
up.
cats.
Like that was my favorite, like destroying stuff. And this was basically all me getting to destroy things just the whole time.
Fun fact: Britt played a Skinner whose art was arson.
Oh,
Yeah, I have fire
yeah.
I like fire a lot.
That is incredible. That's
Yeah.
I've played a lot of Apocalypse World. I've never seen that. That's mwah, mwah. Beautiful.
That's how I was like, arson counts as art, right? It's fine.
There's like a
light buildings on fire in an artistic way.
It's kind of a theme here.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Fire and animals is really all you need to give me in a game, and I'm happy. That's all I need.
Oh, cool. Well, thanks, chat. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your comments and everything. This game will be coming out later this year. I'm John Harper. I'm the co-designer with Sean Nittner on the game, and you can find me on Twitter at John_Harper. It's on the screen there. Yeah, hit me up if you were watching and you had a thought or a impression about the game. I'm happy to hear feedback or whatever. And we will be continuing to announce stuff through that Twitter and also Actual Plays Twitter feed. There'll be some more games of Agon coming up, probably some traditional Ancient World ones, and probably some more of this. This was pretty fun, so I think I will be organizing this in some capacity, whether it's this crew or somebody else. We'll see. But thanks again for watching. Naja, you want to sign off?
Yeah, I've been Naja Otikor, will remain Naja Otikor, aka Trista Ray. You can follow me on Twitter at Trist_CHI. I will warn you now, I am talking about K-drama. I don't want to hear about shit else. My life right now is her private life. Ryan Gold is Ride or Die for the gays. Bless up. Britt, what about you?
It's me, Britt Wiseman. Thanks for inviting me to play. This was so much fun, you guys. And thanks for hanging out, chat. And I really just enjoyed being a fire raptor. And I want to do it again soon. So yeah, thank you, John and Sean, for making fun stuff for me to participate in and make up all of the fun things I've always wanted to do.
My name's Caitlin. I still have a ferret. Thank you, Ashton, for doing the production for this. Also, thank you, John and Sean, as well, for creating this. And then thank you so much, Britt and Naja, for playing with me. Heck yeah. And John, even though he played against us. Yeah, no hard feelings. It works like that.
yeah, that's how it goes. All right, yeah, this was great. We'll be back. Check out the schedule on the channel for our next show, and we will see you next time on Actual Play. Adios.